Hello everyone, this is A32 back with a look at this week's mail. You might also notice some changes, like a bunch of boxes back there. There's actually a bunch more back here. There's some over here. There's some right over here to my left. And there's a bunch out in the hallway, a bunch downstairs. As I get ready to move in just over a month's time. We're going to be doing it in basically two parts. We're going to be moving a bunch of it coming up in a month in the long weekend. And then the rest is going to go at the tail end of August as I move to Alberta. I'll start over fresh and I'm going to see where things go from there. Don't know yet what I'm going to do for a job, but we will see. Time will tell. And getting on to this week's mail, you also notice there's a lot of stuff not on the walls anymore. It's all done. Anyways, I got a few games this week and that was it. I'm going to be there's going to be a few things coming here and there, but there may be times where there's nothing, especially towards the end there. We'll see. I'm going to start trying to shift things over to the new location so that I don't get stuff delivered here when I'm not here anymore. Anyway. If, by the way, anyone is thinking of sending me anything, if you do so now, it's fine. After, like, this month, best hold off until September. Let's get to these games, though. First, I got one from Board Game Bliss that I ordered there. It is, it came out a few years ago, 2021. It is Camel Up of a card game by Pretzel Games and Plan B Games and Stefan Bogan. Sorry, not Brogan, Bogan. And this is, it's a little camel racing game with cards that you use to manipulate the camels. It seemed pretty fun. This is a new version of an older game just called Camel Up Cards, which is also a version of a board game. So, there's that. I also got a game that I had produced through Game Crafter. It's another solo game by John Burton. I'm a pretty big fan of his solo games. This one is still on, and this is called The Brambles. And it's a little solo game where you are trying to get rid of all these, like, evil spirits. And you're like a fortune teller. Includes an expansion as well. Seemed pretty cool. It's not bad. I still need to play it some more. And then, I got a game I got on greatboardgames.ca. It's called Tricky Tides. And it's by Gold Seal Games and Safety, apparently. Designed by Stephen Aramini. Got a couple of games of his. And I am a pretty big fan of this one, actually. It's a trick-taking game combined with, like, what is it? Delivering and receiving goods, collecting and delivering, whatever you call those types of games. But basically, movement and delivery type game where you are moving around from island to island, collecting goods in the form of cubes, and then delivering them to score points. And it's trick-taking with square cards. And it's pretty cool. I do like it. I wish there was a slightly smaller package, but it's fine. Speaking of slightly smaller packages, I got one more game here. This one is from Joyful Games, and I got this through a seller on Board Game Geek. It is called 17 Di-Ta-Sati, I believe. They pronounce it in the instructions more than once, so you know how to learn it, or know how to say it. And it is a little game, it's a bluffing game, where everyone's going to be taking turns playing cards. If somebody suspects the person has gone over 17, which is considered an unlucky number in Italy, and considered death, basically. If anyone goes over 17, who thinks a person's gone over 17, you yell out, Di-Te-Sete, and reveal the cards. If they have, in fact, gone over 17, they get a ghost token, which is not great. And the person who is correct gets a daisy token. And you continue going until somebody has 3 daisy tokens. It's a pretty cool, nice, compact little game. Very travel friendly. And that is it for this week. I think I'm not forgetting anything. I think the rest I got last week. There's one here. I think I got this last week. Pixies. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. We're from 401 Games, which is a little game where you are playing cards numbered 1 through 9 into a 3x3 grid. And some of them are going to be positive points, some of them negative points. It's kind of set collecting and tableau building all at the same time. It's a pretty cool little game. It is from Bombex. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last week. And there were some other games I got last week as well from Board Game Bliss. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned. I was expecting another order this week, yesterday. Unfortunately, it somehow ended up in Alberta, incidentally. It ended up in Edmonton. So I went off, Canada Post went a little bit off the mark with that one. They went a couple of provinces too far west with it. It should be here in a couple of days. By the way, my birthday Wednesday, if you want to send me anything, feel free to send it my way. Decks, card games. I've already packed up most of my decks and card games. Some of you are going to be so sad, so hurt, or even pissed off of all the decks that I've actually thrown out in the garbage. Because I just have too many, and I can't take them all, and there's too many that I just don't care for anymore, and or don't want, and it's just too much of a hassle to try and sell all these things. So I just said, screw it. So I've thrown out, I think, like a dozen bags worth, mostly of playing cards. So yeah, don't hate me. I'm paring down my collection just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. I still have thousands of decks. Don't worry. I still have way too many decks. Anyways, that is that. Comment, like, subscribe, and know what you think. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.